Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming, a 70 Mountain Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with the Let's Play episode of Fatal Force, Tragedy of the Lone Wolf Arc. Alright y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Hopefully I have a decent bit more to go through. Yeah, you're right. So, how can I obtain forgiveness? Have you ever noticed that there might be something amiss with the origins of certain stories? What? I still don't understand it. Consider this. Even today, there are still numerous instances of humans unjustly killing innocent animals, including wolves. Why are they still considered human? Wait a moment, are you suggesting that stories are merely a facade? The land of the wolves, where you have already encountered one of them, the original beast man, Zero. Zero? Zetrix? Seriously? Wait a minute. I understand now. It was a beastman who cursed that hunter. The only way to break the curse is to seek forgiveness from a beastman. But it seems impossible for me to ask Zero for an apology since he is already really difficult to deal with. Unless... Draviar. That's correct, Nary. The history surrounding the origin is still unclear. However, I believe that one day you will be able to uncover the true stories behind it, Nary. It is truly difficult for me to believe this, but upon reflecting on the situation, everything now seems to make sense. Indeed, you can seek Draviar's forgiveness, considering that he also possesses a part of the beastmen within him. However, you need to die first, Nary. What? I need to die? Yes, it is also important to trust Draviar. That's the only way. I'm sorry, Nary. I suppose I have no other choice remaining. It is difficult for me to make this decision. So cruel. I believe that all I need to do is place my trust in Draviar, and then I can accept whatever fate awaits me in the future. I'm prepared for it. I understand your concerns, but there is no need to worry because everything will turn out just fine. Now, let's move on to the third point that you need to be aware of, and promise me that when the time comes, you will need to inform Draviar about this. I promise. So, what is the third thing you need to tell me? The truth about my death. Actually, to be precise, I would like to share the truth about how I was killed. Blank and dark. So this is my first glimpse of the afterlife after I pass away. The surroundings are devoid of light and appear to be pitch black. Nary? That voice. It must be Draviar's. I wonder if he would still be sobbing after I die. Draviar, what just happened? What is happening with those lights? I'm not sure. I haven't... Please calm yourself, Draviar. God, this is a mess! The voices sound like Mickey and Tony, who appear to be offering moral support to Draviar. I believe that Draviar needs it. Wow, I was the only one. I was only gone for a short while, and now I find myself witnessing yet another tragedy. You are not helping here, Zero. Nary, That voice. It seems Zero has already transformed back into his adult form, huh? Damn it, water. The way I see it, he appears to be in good health and breathing normally. What? Wait, what? Perhaps I should bring the hot boiling water as you previously requested, Draviar. For what? No, not again! Not for you. Is it for waking up Nary? Don't you dare! Aw, oh, look at that picture! I'm startled and fully alert upon hearing the sound of boiling water. See, he's doing well and that method continues to be effective. I'm feeling very confused at the moment. I believe that I was already dead and Draviar continues to smile at me. Nary! What is the reason behind his smile? It's exactly the same as the first time you awakened, Nary, after those assaults. It's too bad that I didn't make a hot ginger drink and smoke some beef this time. He laughed, and it did in fact bring back memories of the first day of my life that I met him. I woke up, and those meals. Draviar. Screw you, wolves. My workload is going to rise once more because I'm responsible for another wolf. Stop. Stop griping, Four Eyes. At this point, less Nary may be considered secure, and that fur. Fur? What's wrong, Nary? Nothing. It is only regarding Linda. Disappeared. What? After those lights, it seems as though she disappeared without a trace. I've not been able to locate her to this day. What should we do now? Draviar? I'm eagerly awaiting Draviar's response. Has everything already come to an end? How about we all go home and rest? What? What about Linda, though? Perhaps she's still in the area and she's hatching another plot. What might she be capable of doing? Are you referring to individuals who practice voodoo? I disagree. Besides, she is just another puppet. Don't overthink it, Neri. You need to prioritize your recovery, and I believe that she may not pose any threat to us. I hope you're correct, Draviar. I don't care at the moment. I simply have a strong desire to go and get some sleep, since the girl is currently powerless, so there's no need to worry, Neri. Indeed. I see. To be honest, I am still feeling confused and everything has been happening too quickly. I'm still curious about Linda and where she disappeared. Draviar stands up and extends his hand towards me. Let's go home. He smiles, and I can now genuinely feel the warmth of his smile, not sadness and sorrow. Yeah. I accept the offer by reaching out and firmly grasping his hand, then proceed to rise to my feet. It appears that I have grown slightly taller than before. Well, that's interesting. I suppose I have now transformed into a genuine furry creature. Now, we are all heading home to that cafe. For now, many of you believe that everything is easy and simply comes to an end. The way the stories are being passed is too rushed and confusing. Additionally, there are some individuals who express their dissatisfaction with the inclusion of a narrator in visual novels, questioning the necessity of such a role. Oh, wait, I thought the narrator was Zero. Oh, okay, so it's Linda? Well, geez, screw you all. Well then, let's take a trip back in time to the scene where Draviar forgives Neri and finds out what happened to Linda, the human girl. She ran away after seeing... Oh, okay, so no. Alright, so this is Zero. I thought it was her talking. Okay. She ran away after seeing those lights because she knew she would lose. Flee from the academy building and seek refuge in an abandoned park until she arrives. Damn it, that plan appears to be feasible and likely to succeed. Ah! Ooh, excuse me. But you have failed. Huh? Linda suddenly trembles when someone replies to her in a place where no one is present. Who are you? Oh. She let out a piercing scream as a sharp knife seemingly appeared out of nowhere and swiftly sliced her neck. Ugh! You... Yes, it is me all along. Oh no, not the librarian! An ordinary librarian. That book you... I must say, you have conducted quite a few experiments from the book you borrowed. What was the name of that book again? Oh, The Grimper. Oh, God. Linda finally succumbs to her injuries as she loses a significant amount of blood and slowly dies. I'm sorry, Linda, but it appears that you are not the one. I suppose I should inform our Lord about this. Have a good night, Linda. Linda has tragically passed away, and Rose carefully places her body into a large container. She then adds some oil and gas to the container before proceeding to cremate Linda's remains. As she gazes into the fire, she unexpectedly establishes a mysterious connection. Hello, are you listening? Of course you're listening, considering I have bad news. Excuse me, my lord. Hello? Hello? You have failed, Rose. Ah, I deeply apologize, my lord. It appears that I made a mistake in selecting the subject for this job. Although I didn't achieve everything I wanted, I still gained something from the experience, and I am confident that I will succeed next time. Don't underestimate that pack, Rose. They are not as stupid as you might think, especially that wolf named Zetrix. You may have already become aware of everything that originated from us. So, what is your next plan, my lord? Next time I'll be able to handle them on my own. Ooh. I will be coming. Excuse me, my lord, are you aware that they might notice if you come here, as this place is their territory? I am fully aware of that. In fact, you need to play with them more while I am on my way. Oh, that's interesting. Very well, my lord. Before long, I will exact my revenge and rightfully claim what is mine. I'll personally be the one to end your life this time, Draviar. Now we have returned to the present time. Is it already morning? I find myself continuously gazing out the windows, captivated by the gradual emergence of sunlight. I still can't believe everything that happened yesterday. It's just really difficult to accept. Everything happened in just one day, and I feel like my mind is floating. I am looking around, and it appears that Draviar has already woken up, and he's not in the room. Perhaps I am feeling excessively fatigued, causing me to unintentionally drift off to sleep upon entering this room. I'm feeling uncertain about myself because I no longer identify as human. Oh? I wake up and quickly make my way to the bathroom. I'm experiencing a certain feeling, but I'm unsure of how to articulate it. As a result, I decided to examine myself in the mirror. I'm reflecting on myself as a beast that has the potential to harm humanity. I have transformed into a new version of myself. I'm not quite sure how to feel about it. The more I gaze at myself in the mirror, the more I come to realize the extent of my selfishness. Some individuals may believe that being a furry is the greatest thing that has ever happened to them. Consequently, I began to consider the possibility that it could be equally significant in my own life. The feeling is much different than what I expected to feel. Emptiness? Sadness? Happiness? Is this the thing I've been waiting for all this time? Is it worth it? I'm currently unable to walk freely in public due to my wolf-like appearance. People may mistake me for someone wearing a fursuit initially, but eventually they will realize that I'm actually a monster. It's a monster that might do harm, even kill humans. People will flee upon seeing me in this state. I'm concerned that someone may attempt to harm me. Kill me, or kill or be killed? No. I do not want any of this. I found myself overwhelmed with negative emotions, and unfortunately I couldn't control it. Is this the reality? Am I experiencing a sudden heaviness in my chest and a sensation of difficulty in breathing. My hand began to tremble, and I instinctively placed my hand on my chest, attempting to steady myself. I need to calm down. What's that? Suddenly, I noticed a shining object on the bathroom floor. Carefully, I reached down and picked it up. Is it a knife? Why is a knife here? Wait, I recall this knife was used to kill Dravior in that vision. So shiny. I'm not sure why, but it feels incredibly satisfying when I hold it. I can't help but stare at that knife. It feels as though it has something to say. So shiny and sharp. Yes. Perhaps I can make something out of this. Perhaps I will no longer be a burden to anyone. Yes, that's it. I should use this knife to kill myself. When I close my eyes again, I start to understand that something is wrong. My hands feel frozen. The knife is dangerously close to my neck. I was surprised when I threw that knife to the floor and it was able to cut through the concrete. I find myself repeatedly clutching my neck in an attempt to calm myself down. I sensed a dark energy emanating from the knife as I held it, creating an unsettling vibe. That's what I meant to say. The vision I had showed that Draviar did not commit suicide. That knife had been enchanted, but by whom? How come? The situation is becoming increasingly complex. I have a feeling that something is amiss. However, I'm unsure of where exactly I may have overlooked the issue. Wait a minute. You'd better watch your step here, Mickey. What? But someone's here. He or she seems to be watching us right now. What might she be capable of doing? Are you referring to individuals who practice voodoo? I disagree. Besides, she's just another puppet. Seriously? Back then, I didn't even realize this. Zero, damn it! He knows, might know? I'm not sure. About the real mastermind. It appears that this nightmare has not come to an end. It is only the beginning of the tragedy. Tragedy, and another tragedy. Many things often happen in daily life, even when we try to avoid them. This is about how people react to us. Most of the time, the underlying emotion is jealousy. Perhaps you all may think that I am once again starting to speak incoherently, but the truth is, jealousy has the power to drive a person to do irrational things. Is it good or bad? Who knows the answer to that question? Currently, we have concluded the tragic arc stories and are now preparing to commence. The following stories will delve into the themes of jealousy and betrayal, exploring the profound impact on the human mind and soul. Most people will be against this story because it tells the truth, and most people only want to hear a lie. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout-out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Submarine. Thank you for going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our two gold tier members. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to your ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!